another short and sweet review where the samples and reviews are short.
And it's sweet that they shared them with us.
Today I'll be trying the 2019 version of Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon, and this is brought to you by Alejandro. Thank you for this sample.
Yeah.
We've had some Garrison Brothers. In fact, we visited their distillery.
We have visited their distillery.
Several years ago.
That may have been 2019.
First year of the Bastard's Ball, so I think it was 2018.
Maybe it was 2018. Ooh, it was hot that day.
Yeah, it was hot that day. It was a hot Austin, Texas day. Or it wasn't Austin.
Outside of Austin.
Outside of Austin, yeah. And from what we've had of their stuff, we've always sort of found out that the Cowboy Bourbon is some of their best stuff. Also some of their most expensive stuff.
Right.
But let's see how this Texas bourbon is shaping up.
I can smell the Texas-ness in there.
I can smell the tumbleweed slowly.
But it's not like screaming at you. It's in there with some...
A lot of dark molasses.
Yeah, I think molasses is a good one. It's kind of syrupy, caramelized sugars.
A little dark cocoa, really.
Some dark chocolate, maybe a little bit of espresso.
Mm-hmm.
And then like some toasted oak.
And some cowboy leather boot. So
okay,
just
well. A little on the nose.
with a spur on it.
Maybe like a hint of pepper. Maybe like a white pepper. I don't know.
Okay, well, to your health.
Ooh.
Whew, that kicks you.
It really does. We looked it up and this is 137.3 proof.
So that explains.
Feels very much like that. Yeah, wow.
I mean, it is dark. It is super dark.
It is, but you know, stuff isn't aged as long when it's aged in Texas. I think the grains are kind of presenting themselves more forward now that I go back to the nose and then a little bit on the palate, but there's also, I think, like a chocolate cake thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
Like a box chocolate cake.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, good call. And, you know, I think last Short and Sweet, we did Heaven Hell's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It seemed like that gave a little longer finish than what's this, and this is like 17 points higher in proof.
And I would say this is also, maybe with the heat, again, it is higher, but it's reading more aggressive for sure.
Now, don't get me wrong, it's pleasant. Like, it's a welcomed aggression, I guess. I just don't think it's settling into the chest like that Elijah Craig did. No. And what an unfair thing to compare it to. You know, like the beloved Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, 12-year-old, non-chill filtered darling of Heaven Hill. But, you know, this is more expensive than that, and a lot of things, a lot of whiskeys get compared. We see it in the comments all the time. Why would I buy XYZ when I can get Elijah Craig Barrel Proof?
Well, we're looking at different production models and size and scale. So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Garrison Brothers, much smaller distillery in a growing bourbon market.
Sure.
Of Texas.
There is still, there's the grainy notes. There's like this chocolate cake box mix thing. There's some espresso.
Yes.
There's something on the finish that's a bit drying. It's an interesting experience. It's got all the parts and pieces, I think, of the makings of something potentially excellent. I feel like it needs more polishing somehow. And I don't know if that's time. I don't know if that's...
time, love, or tenderness.
A little more, like some water added. Maybe it's too...
I mean, I can put a little water in mine, maybe.
Okay, so we added a couple drops of water.
I added about 10.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of things can... I think impact the way. Maybe it should be stored somewhere else for a while, somewhere cooler, or I don't know, for longer. Who knows? But I'm just saying, I think it's a little harsh.
More milk chocolatey now.
See, I just added 4 drops of water, and I feel like that. Oh, I like it better.
You do?
Yes, I think it took that harsh bite away, but it kept all the flavors that I liked.
To me, I felt like it kind of brought out more of the grain forwardness.
I mean, I think it's grain forward either way, but. It also introduced a little bit of a smoky note on the finish, which I like.
Just needed to reset the old palate. Let me try this again. It stops the kick, you know. Definitely kind of coils it down a little bit.
But not that much.
I like it either
it's
way.
only a couple drops. So
well,
we're looking at still maybe 130.
I added 10.
Okay, well, I only added 4
drops. Yeah.
So we're still looking at, I don't know what the proof, and I'm not a scientist, but we're looking at least still 130 proof. So it's not like
Probably.
I killed it. It's not like I poured a cup of water in there.
No, not at all. I like it, with and without the water. I think if it's coming on a little bit too strong for you, obviously add some water and see what that does. And also let it sit for about 10 minutes after you add the water. It's something that we didn't do. Gives a little more time for it to kind of congeal.
Sure.
But
Congeal.
yeah,
Gross.
overall, I would say this is still the best offering that we've had from Garrison Brothers. It's
I would say yes, it's
pretty
the
strong
best.
offering.
It is a struggle when you think about the price and availability. Again, things are different when we talk about smaller distilleries doing what they can, sometimes in smaller barrels, sometimes, unique circumstances. They cannot price as efficiently as giant distilleries, and
Absolutely.
That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but overall, a nice, tasty little drink, and glad that it was shared with us. So yeah. Hey, I want to tell you real quick about our home on the internet. It's whiskyambitions.com. You know that's where you can get this shirt, this hat, these glasses, all of our other glassware, bottle cut candles, and more always coming soon. That's whiskyambitions.com.
You can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. That is where we release our barrel picks, more coming soon, the opportunity to participate in a barrel pick, and after the episode exclusives.
If you haven't subscribed to us already, we would love to have you. You can click right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here, and we hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Alejandro. Until next time, drink more bourbon.